But as far as Donovan Sharpe is concerned, so the reason why I said that the stuff that came out in January, it didn't come out in January. It came out in 2020, 2019, something like that. It's been around for a long time.
God damn.
And it was released by a gentleman by the name of Anthony Johnson, who I have, who.
Oh, he's the white guy.
Yes.
Okay.
But it again, the reason why it came out, the reason why you see this sort of like exposed. And then, you know, he's a hypocrite. Don't listen to him. Don't do. The reason why you get these hit pieces is because what you would never hear Abba and Preach say is the reason for that. The reason why this is old news. Like when I came at Abba and Preach for talking shit about Donovan, it wasn't because I was defending Donovan. I'm saying you guys, you've got old data. You're listening to the wrong person because the shit that you think is recent happened back in 2020. And the reason why is because Donovan Sharpe runs a convention called the CME, which is the Convention of Masculine Excellence, right? Which is in direct competition with Anthony Johnson's 21 convention. And there is a lot of bad blood, and there's been a lot of even Anthony Johnson's attacked Fresh and Fit's channel for having me and Donovan on, and Aaron Clary was on, I think, on that month as well.
What's his beef for you though? Like,
his beef with me is the fact that I basically saved his convention from like bankruptcy by actually believing his bullshit.
Oh, really?
And I was one of his keynote speakers for 2017 and 2018.
Yeah.
We were also, myself and Rich Cooper were involved in the Red Man Group, which was sort of the precursor of Rule Zero, which I think is a much better show, quite honestly. But then, you know, the guys, you want to talk about pathological personalities. This guy has basically run off anyone who's ever worked with him, you know, in the past. Abba and Preach are reactors. They'll look for whatever outrage bait that they can find. Because look, I'm seriously, go look at the thumbnails of everything that they do. You can go look at people's like thumbnails and say, is this guy an ideas guy or is this guy a reactor? Is this a guy who's just like waiting for the next crisis to happen so that they can do a reaction video? Or are they actually doing something? Do they have a product? Do they have an idea? Do they have a book? Do they have anything that is novel and new? 98% of the time, no, they don't, because they're waiting for people to talk shit about someone else so they can go do a reaction video. That is Abba and Preach. That is MTR. That is anybody who's an outrage broker, right? And so it was just the new hotness, and I just called them out on the bullshit because the stuff that they were talking about, Anthony Johnson had been talking about Donovan Sharpe since back like 2 years ago because he wanted to expose Donovan so it would hurt his convention because he was in direct competition with him.
Now, well, I do want to get to like you and MTR because I had no idea. You feel me? That there was some type of beef there.
I've never said two words to MTR, so I only see what I see. Right?
Yeah. What's your issue with MTR? Or why don't he like you?
I don't know. I don't know. Does he not like me? I don't know. I'm not a. I look at what MTR does and what he's talked about in the past with like Fresh and Fit. I know he's come at Pearl. Which please keep going at her now. I had a problem, now I don't have a problem anymore. Please do. It's all it's on you, bro. Go get him. But no, I don't have a problem with him. I just think that his profit model is based on outrage brokership, and it's all reaction stuff. He doesn't offer anything new. He just talks shit about other people who are actually out there doing something. Right? And he's not alone. I don't want to just hit on him. There's other guys that do the same thing. But as far as MTR, and there's was it Hamza, and there's some other guys, and remember we were talking about like guys who want to leave the manosphere. One of it's an ongoing joke on Rule Zero right now. We'll go and we'll look at the people who will say I'm leaving. Like was it Coach Red Pill, Corey Wayne, Hamza, I guess, John Sonmez, MTR as well. We're leaving the manosphere. We're done with the manosphere. And then you go and they'll do this like a year ago, and you look at every video they've done since they said we're out of the manosphere, we're done with the red pill now. Everything that they do, all their reaction videos are red pill reaction videos. Every last one. You never left. You're just simply talking shit about the same guys that you wanted to be a part of. But now you've left the manosphere. No, you haven't left the manosphere. You're still doing the same material.
Now
if you left the manosphere, you would be talking about like fishing you'd start a fishing channel, or you'd start a sports channel, or you'd start something that's completely off topic. If you quit the manosphere, get the fuck out. There's the door. Leave, please. There's too many of you.
Audience don't give too much
go.
Money to leave, man.
There it is. Please leave and stop talking shit about people in the red pill and the manosphere. If you're done with the manosphere officially, then get the fuck out.
Just leave, man. Now, I think, and you said that like somebody paid Abba and Preach to make the Donovan Sharpe video.
I proposed the idea, and did I have proof of this? But because I've seen this happen before, Anthony Johnson has paid people in the past to do paid material, hit pieces, in particular about me, Rich Cooper.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else he's done hit pieces on. Sterling Cooper. I'm trying to think who else. But essentially, what he does is he uses cat's paws. He uses people like as proxies to come at, like MGTOW Dictionary was another one. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are sort of, I don't say they're on the payroll, but they're definitely incentivized, or one thing that they did not deny was the fact that the information that they got, they didn't know. We didn't know who Anthony Johnson is, but they got the information
from
either from him or third hand that came from him, and didn't know that they got it from him. So they're talking out their ass and reacting to something that happened. The exposure happened like 2 or 3 years ago. Did you know he was a convicted criminal? Yeah. So was Angela Knight, but nobody says shit about that. Nobody cares about that shit. Again, no one cares.
Wait.
No one, if you hadn't brought this up right now, Angela, was she busted for shoplifting?
Did Angela Knight?
Yes, shoplifting. I didn't even.
Yeah, I'm stunned.
And by the way, I didn't dig that up. I had like other people like, hey, did you see this? I was like,
she don't strike me as the petty theft.
She's a criminal. She's a hardened criminal.
Okay, hard times. Okay,
she was 19.
But you were hot though. You could sell some pussy to get some food, right?
Maybe back then. Maybe then she was. She's probably like 20 pounds lighter then.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. You know what that means? That means you gotta subscribe and get us to 600K because we are dangerously close to 666K. Let's go.